So that's not unusual. But, I think what we have is state bar organizations who are entirely responsible for policing the ethics of their own lawyers who are required to practice law in each of those respective states. They usually care deeply about the ethics of the lawyers who are licensed to practice law, and they will launch prompt ethics investigations, even if they have to sort of stay them for a period of time while litigation unfolds in court. But they're ignoring the reality that right now we do not have legitimate leadership at either the Department of Justice or at the FBI, and we certainly don't have a law abiding president. This administration seems to be allergic to the rule of law, and you would think state bar organizations would recognize that and would appropriately step into the breach. But let me add a little insult to injury. The most recent reporting, Ryan, is that the Florida State Bar, where Pam Bondi holds her license to practice law, has received more than 1,400 ethics complaints against Pam Bondi. And similarly, Virginia, the Florida State Bar said, you know what? We're not going to investigate these while she's Attorney General. Right. When is there a more important time to investigate misconduct by an Attorney General than when she is serving as Attorney General? I understand the friction between federal government and state governments. I understand the reluctance of state bar associations taking on big federal fish like Pam Bondi. You know what? Nobody said enforcing the rules of ethics for the lawyers who are licensed to practice in your state. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Nobody said it was going to be fun. But it's never been more important. And it seems like at least some state bars are falling down on the job. I will hasten to add, Ryan, that in all of the 50 states and the District of Columbia, each state, each jurisdiction has its own rules, regulations, procedures, protocol about how they will initiate or decline to initiate ethics investigations, and they're all different. So it seems to me right now, Virginia State Bar and the Florida State Bar are not rising to meet the urgency of the moment.
And I think it's clear that there are going to be people within these organizations who are barred in Virginia, in Florida, wherever it may be, who are obviously going to see this and who are going to bristle because these are some pretty plain abuses that are happening in plain sight. And those abuses are validated by virtue of these attorneys being barred by these organizations. So, what recourse is there within these organizations, or is there none? Is it just the command structure makes their determination?